Alright, I'm here. Jesus. Talk about a... Oh, well, it's actually not even 2 minutes yet. Okay. But I ran out of the room to go get something last minute. I was like, oh, shit, I gotta start soon. The music's just going like crazy, and I just got this stream starting soon card up. But yeah, I'm here. So, let's do this. Good-ass music. Okay, make sure this is running. Good. And then switch the game audio on. Transition. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV stream. Continuing Heavensward. I think we're pretty close to finishing, actually. So, let's do this, shall we? "35 peeps in queue." Peeps. Like the candy. The computer sounds like it's about to explode, so if we suddenly go offline, homeboy here just overdid himself and caught fire or something. Anyway. So it'd be an understatement to say that I'm quite ready to move on. Let us hope there are no further surprises. Indeed. 1 second. I just logged in too. Is this person somewhere near me? I just logged in. I didn't even have the fucking chance to actually, like, put on busy or whatever. Who is this? Oh, it's this person. Alright, I'll just reply out of, what's it called? Courtesy, I suppose. There. Leaving Idleshire. Hopefully they'll see the cutscene sign and move on. They were just complimenting the spear. There's nothing bad or anything. But you know, when I stream, I'm trying to stay focused on fucking the game itself, so I can't really be chatting it up with strangers. It eats up too much time, you know, if you get into a conversation. That shit happens sometimes. Now you know why. You guys heard the beep, right? That was from me getting a tell. Now you know why I put on the busy signal, because sometimes that happens. Some people just, you know, they just like to socialize, so they just come up and go, hey, what's up? Again, nothing wrong with it, but when I'm streaming, I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm doing, which is the story for now, so. Gas mask noises. Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idleshire, free to cross river at will. They just said my spear was freaking cool. That's it! Though Uplanders must leave for now, Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others. But I see now that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Charlian thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gobwatch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. I like the... There we go. That's fucking running. Alfino, Liam, shall we then? Yeah, let's. There we go. They said, holy shit, your spear is cool. Imagine if they had seen me with the Zodiac one. The long enough spear. They thought this one was cool. But then again, people have different tastes. I find the long enough spear way more pretty than this thing. But maybe they would have freaked out less. I shall be very cross if we are asked to clear this mountain of rubble. Yeah, exactly, right? So we are free to go... where exactly? By order of Chief Slowfix, uplanders can come and go at will. 1 moment for clearing away barricade. Oh shit. Finally, we can continue our journey. Nobody told me to get the fuck away? What the fuck? Oh shit! Like how everybody just ran off without saying shit to me, and I'm just like, what? I'm just that dumbass who stayed behind until the last moment. Barring any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. Yeah. I am ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, guys. Not the goblins, not anyone else told us shit about how strong those explosives were going to be. I am ready whenever you are, excuse me. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, 'tis plain that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. Did I say level 59? Oh shit. We're getting really close to the end now, folks. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know how to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans, thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. Okay. I'm guessing that was her way of keeping it simple. What the fuck is a bluff? That's what I want to know. That must be the bridge she's talking about. If you follow it to the bridge but not cross it, then yeah, just head straight from here. Yep. 100% straight. So yeah, level 59 out of 60 for this expansion means we're really close to the end now. I won't be starting the post-game today, because I know, even though we're this close to the end, there's enough cutscenes, fights, and whatever that it's going to take all 4 hours, trust me. And if I finish earlier, well, then I finish earlier, but it'll be a separate stream for everything that comes after. The post-game. But yeah, I reckon it's probably going to be 2 to 3 hours. So I'll probably end up taking my break at the 2 hour mark and it'll be like really close to the end, probably. All kinds of herbs grow here, and they appear very well tended. Okay. This is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, Leon. Well, that will only add to the surprise. A word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not, but that there will be sentinels and traps, both, to deter unwanted guests. But we'll not be deterred, will we? Look at what's happening over there. This person that sent me a tell about my spear, it's at the same part of MSQ, so now we know what's about to happen. They're ahead of us by a little bit. Go on and touch the wall yonder. You'll want to have your weapon near at hand. Clearly. Here we go. Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. Oh, we should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master. Oh, what would Alfino say at this point? Same thing as before. Nothing new. Alright. Let's go. It's like she's actually moving it. She did this with her hand. This is a very well hidden hideout. Literally looks just like a part of the rest of the rock wall. You wouldn't...
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Oh shit! It's really her! Master Matoya! And it's her actual theme music from Final Fantasy 1!
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
The chirps, man, damn.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
I love their banter. Holy shit.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly.
Oh, wow.
The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Take the tallies, eh?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were.
I
Was
can
a
picture that.
stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
Sherry knows we're just here to ask for something. What's up, rooms? Hardcore crossover reference with Final Fantasy 1. I like it.
Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it.
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagans set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Estella, shut up. We gotta take what we can get.
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, that smile, though. That was cute. Being here calls to mind my days studying with Matoya. Though she was the strictest and most irascible, another word to look up, of mentors, she led by example and inspired one to greater heights. Were it not for her sage guidance, I should not be the woman I am. I always say that, but then I don't actually look it up right away, and then I forget to altogether, so... Do it right now. Irascible definition. Having or showing a tendency to be easily angered. Okay. Short temper then. You're irascible. I guess it's like another form of irritation, maybe? Like using that word differently? I don't know. No, because that's irritable, so... No. Do you see the tomes lying about like so many cheap romances? They are priceless. My professors at the studio would have fits if they saw them in this state. These? All these books just sitting here? And then I'm stepping all over them. That's amazing. Didn't give a fuck. They're like, well, they're still good, right? They're not broken, they're not torn up, who cares? I've taken care of them enough. Forbidden knowledge.
'Twas some 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Almost sneezed, but I'm good.
Ah, yes. A device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Damn.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject, but you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
Ah, you were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast, you lot. Stola and the boy are staying with me. I need help to make new sentinels to replace the old ones you walloped. They'll be board and lodging, don't you worry. But know that you'll have to work for them. Hard. I'll have no sluggards in my house.
She's really cool. It's been so long since Final Fantasy 1. That was at the beginning of October. I kind of forgot how she was like back then, but I do remember she was she was similar-ish, I remember. So I want to say it was, but famous before. Yeah, nothing new. Oh, the Great Library's guardians shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. You'll hardly notice Stola's absence, and the girl? Boy, whatever, would only get in your way. She doesn't give a fuck, but if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well then I'll know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric realm. Now the library's entrance is locked tight. I'll loan you one of my servants to open it, the broom yonder. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, boy. Alright, shit. Enchanted broom. Master Matoya is great. Greetings, good sir. I am Broomsy, my lady's servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you? I am given to understand you wish to enter the Great Google Library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go on ahead and await you at the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come and meet me there. It will be my pleasure to unlock the door for you. There he goes. He even has frogs. Not just brooms. These ones I fought outside, I guess. What are you loitering around here for? Hurry up and fetch that book! Oh, now they say something different. Would that I could accompany you to the Great Library, but I sense it would be unwise to go against my lady's wishes. Excuse me. Rest assured I mean to use my time here productively, gleaning all that I can from our learned host, even if the old crone can't tell boy from girl. The Great Library was more than just a repository for tomes. It also served as a center of research for countless fields of study. Fields such as the development of arcane entities, the fruits of which were employed as the library's sentinels. Be ever on your guard, Leon. So, yeah. The place is hostile as fuck. Dun, 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 dun. So you climb these stairs. There's another layer up here of this whole thing, I guess. Yeah, there's two layers here, so the map can be a little confusing. Because the structure will look different depending on whether you're above or below, like I just was, where Matoya's cave was. Or is located, I should say. And that's the Great Google Library. Just the name of it, y'all already know. See, no matter what, you have to go down and use the stairs because the bridge is broken here. Y'all already know it's a Final Fantasy V reference. There's Broomsy. What's up, buddy? You stand before the Great Google Library, one of Heideland's foremost repositories of knowledge. Okay. 1 second, is my audio up? Okay. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the exodus some summers since. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the loving brush of a broom. Well, that makes you sad, huh? Well, mine apologies, sir. Pray pay no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. And to the Great Google Library. Built by the learned men and women of Charlian, the Great Google Library is the grandest repository of knowledge in all of Eorzea. Lining its towering shelves are tomes beyond count, gathered from the farthest reaches of the realm. Like the city-state, however, the library was abandoned by its caretakers when they fled to their motherland in the face of Garlean invasion. And now, 15 years since its doors were sealed, you will be the first soul to set foot within its halls. Your destination is the forbidden section deep within the library, where lies your objective. The fruits of Matoya's research on the etheric converger. There you go. And yeah, if y'all remember when we went through Final Fantasy V, I very much enjoyed their version, what this is based off of, which is the Library of the Ancients. I enjoyed the music there. If y'all need a reminder, here it is. Here comes the best part, the fucking hook. It takes longer than I thought to get here. Good thing I'm not queuing up in a party or I'd get a penalty right now for this. Here it comes. Oh shit! Favorite part of the song. Oh, I don't have headphones. Shit. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go into this version's Ancient Library, or Library of the Ancients, it was called in Final Fantasy V. There we go. Well, at least you guys got to hear the satisfying if it didn't go through my mic with the controller already, I don't know. It might have made it through. It looked like it was picking it up. Unfortunately, the music here isn't as cool, but it's still nice to have a reference to the Library of the Ancients from FF5. That was an iconic dungeon in that game. All the books. I mean, look at this shit. There's a shit ton of books, dude. I think I remember in FF5 you go into the library twice, too. When Exdeath what's it called? When Exdeath rejoins, he causes the rejoining of the two worlds. And then you have to go in there for something else again. I can't remember what it is. But the scholars from both worlds are able to actually talk to each other now. Since both worlds are brought back together. And it creates Exdeath's world, as they call it. So it's just the world as it was before it was sundered. The unsundered world, essentially. You can call it that. I think the game's strategy guide would call it Bartz's world, the one you start in, and then, but you know, the mistranslation, Butts. And then Gallup's world, and then when they were rejoined together, it's Exdeath's world. Because it's what he wanted. Oh, that's fucking cool. I felt trippy walking on that. I don't usually get to be the one to, you know, activate the staircases because I'm usually here as the DPS and the tank is the one running ahead, so. On Garlean Hierarchy Volume 1. We found the Book of Interest. Read this. The rise of the Garlean Empire in the year 1522 of the 6th Astral Era led to significant changes in the structure of Garlean society. This is most evident in the adoption of titles which serve to indicate an individual's place within the social hierarchy. 1522 wasn't that long ago. Again, this game is in 1577, isn't it? So about 50 years ago. The following information was compiled with the aid of informants within the Empire and has yet to be verified. Royalty? Zos. The Emperor? Ye. Member of the royal family in the line of succession. Were. Member of the royal family with no claim to the throne. Okay, so which one's which? Okay, so Zos means the Emperor, right? Then Ye means member of the royal family. Were means member of the royal family with no claim to the throne. Military. Van is a legatus. Oh, Gaius Van Belsar. Gotcha. Varus Vilscalvis, Gaius Van Belsar. Okay, starting to make sense. Pol, Tribunus Lataclavius, if that's how you say that. Sas means Tribunus Angustaclavius, or Praefectus Castrorum. I think it was my brother or somebody else told me that all of these words are taken from naming conventions for basically the same thing for the ancient Roman Empire in real life. I've yet to corroborate it or confirm it with a simple Google search, but apparently these are all words that they use for basically the same exact thing. For their military, their hierarchy, their royalty, all that stuff. The ancient Roman Empire. I have to brush up on my history for that one. Let's see. Rem, Primus, Pilus. It's starting to sound like it is Roman, yeah. Or Pilus Prior. Quo means Primi Ordines, or Ordines, or Centurion. Peer, or Pyre, Optio, Tesserarius, or Decurion. Owen, Duplicarius, or Legionarius. None of that means shit to me if I don't know what those mean either. Specialist, Nan, Chief Engineer, or Engineer. Sid Nan Garland. Okay, that makes sense. Mal, Primus Medicus, or Senior Magitech Technician. Lux, Chief Medicus or Magitech Technician. Her, Senior Medicus or Senior Technician. Gen, Medicus or Technician. If I want any of that to be useful to me whenever I see any Garleans, I'm taking screenshots. Oh, hold on. Let me retake that one in a different tab. Let's change that back to party. Okay. I don't like the music as much, but it is still nice. Some really jazzy piano they got going on. Yeah, I'm taking screenshots of this. These are notes. So that when we see more Garleans, I can look back at this and be like, oh, so they're, you know, this or that. I don't know if I took one here already, so I'm just taking another one. I talked and distracted myself. Okay. I wonder if they'll change the story. That's what I get for sprinting. I wonder if they'll change the story so that, they probably won't though. I'll probably give you some other NPCs. For the duty support, when they add that for Heavensward in 6.2, which I think is the plan so far, but that's still a very long ways away. I do wonder if they'll just give you generic NPCs, like more Scion NPCs, like for Rome Reborn right now, or if they'll actually let you take, you know, Alfino, Matoya even, maybe, and Istola. I doubt it though. They'll probably just give you some generic NPCs, because they'll have to rewrite the whole thing of them staying behind, so... Which means changing the cutscenes, and those cutscenes are voiced, so... That's kind of a waste, and they're probably not going to voice it over again, and... That's too much work. They're not going to do that. Yeah, I think duty support's always just going to give you generic NPCs all the way until the trust system was actually established, which was Shadowbringers. On Garlean Hierarchy Volume 2, that's my guess anyway. Public officials? Oh, here we go, more. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot right now. Lil is Dictator or Princeps Senatus. Het is Consul, Praetor, Tribunus, Plebis, Aedilus, or Quaestor. This is literally, I don't know what the hell any of this means anymore. Go, Censor, Fey unknown, Air unknown, Thus Lictor. That's it. This hierarchy extends to the general populace as well, though it is far less complex. The majority of citizens bear the Bass title, and there is a smaller group which appears to be comprised of respected artisans who have adopted the Sen title. Anyway. The An title is bestowed upon the peoples of annexed territories and indicates that they lack even the most basic rights afforded to a citizen. Oh wow. However, many Garleans view this as an opportunity rather than a condemnation, as citizenship may be granted to those who have demonstrated exceptional skills, as well as those who have contributed 20 or more years of military service. That's a long time. Oh, I see. So they use this as a way to, when they take over a new place, because it's an empire, imperialism, they annex it, they will conscript people from that place into their, military by force. And with the promise of, hey, if you're loyal to us and you work hard or whatever, after 20 years of military service, you can become a citizen. You'll have the same rights as us, basically. As our people. So that's how they try to win over the loyalty of the people that they conquer. Interesting. Oh, shit. Another goddamn demon wall. Except this one's inside of a book, so it's called Demon Tome. So, the Demon Wall was obviously a reference to the Demon Wall from FF7 and Demon's Gate in, I think it was Final Fantasy IV. And the Demon Tome in Final Fantasy V, I don't think it was called the Demon Tome, but it does appear, I think. No, all the books were flat on the ground, never mind. There was never a book that was standing up like that. This is new. It's just another reference to Demon's Gate and Demon Wall. This was not an FF5. I don't remember it anyway. Alright, bring it on. So again, when you're doing this with a party of players, you don't get the chance to read the books like I am, because you'll hold up your whole party and most people are there for their duty roulette dailies. You're not going to want to wait around for you. So, he'll probably get yelled at, or they'll kick you, or they'll leave. And then you'll have to wait for new party members. Which sucks. The only other option left to you, basically, is... And this is what I did and what I've seen other people do, too. Page 64, that's a reference to FF5. Direct, that's straight from Final Fantasy V. What I did was I went back to read the stuff after the dungeon was over. So once everybody says their farewells and leaves, then I would go back to the beginning using return. Yeah, I would use return and go back to the starting point and go read the books. But yeah, y'all remember page 64? The demon head coming out of the book? Oh, so just wait. Oh, there's something there. Essences and permutations. Looks like a lab, so... Chapter 1. The 6 Nativities and Myriad Creation. The spark of lightning ignites when it strikes, and thus fire is born. The heat of fire renders to ash all that it touches, and thus earth is born. The density of earth shuns sun and harbors cold, and thus ice is born. The cycle of nature. I see that, yeah, okay. The armor of ice melts away, and thus water is born. The moistness of water mists and rises, and thus wind is born. The gusts and sighs of wind gather the clouds, and thus lightning is born. Chapter 2. The three conquests, boundless and unwavering. Earth grounds lightning, water erodes earth. Lightning boils water. So they're telling you, like, elemental... almost like elemental weaknesses, if you were to extrapolate this to combat, then. This is noteworthy. Chapter 3. The three submissions. Timeless and unending. Fire is extinguished by wind, ice is melted by fire. Wind is obstructed by ice. The last time I came back to read all these notes was when I first did this, which was like, you know, fucking almost 2 years ago now. Over the horizon. Though there is some debate as to whether or not Merylvid Blufusvin and her League of Lost Bastards were the first Eorzeans to discover the Western continent, there is no denying that their navigational charts were instrumental in establishing the major trade routes of today. Isn't this nice little, like, reading, if only I could move the camera that way, a reading atmosphere with a little lamp? These comfy sofas. Moreover, the accounts from their expedition are widely regarded as both informative and entertaining. Of particular note is their first encounter with the Mamulja, as well as other indigenous peoples and creatures which seemed curiously intent on their demise. These travel journals have since inspired a legion of explorers and treasure hunters to retrace the League's journey. Yet in spite of their numbers, the existence of a bleeding city of gold remains unconfirmed. I like the quote there. A bleeding city of gold. Any more books? No? Okay. I mean, there's a fuck ton, but only a few catch the attention of our noble hero here. Get over here. I'll fuck you all up together. Full. Just look at my map. Alright, nothing else. It's Biblos! The boss from the ancient library in 5 There he is. They made him a boss here too. He looks exactly the same as he did in FF5. The nerdgasms are strong for fans of the series here. Haha, fool! Arg, oil everywhere, you shall pay dearly, accursed mortals. I am undone, but my master's seal is broken. Oh, that sounds ominous. Does that mean we're also gonna... what's it called? Are we gonna encounter the living liquid too? That was the actual boss from this place in FF5 with living liquid or whatever. I think that's what they called it, I can't remember. It was, or flame something. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Liquid flame, I think it was, actually. I have to look it up again. I'll have to go back to one of my old FF5 streams or whatever from way back in October. Yeah, I want to say it was actually living flame. It was like, it was literally a fire, just fire coming out of a book. I could change shape. It could turn into a big hand, an actual tornado, or even a humanoid form, which was its strongest form, I think. It looked like a person that was just made of fire, or like a dude who was on fire, kind of. Speed reader? I like the names of these monsters. Shit, have I missed any books? No, I don't think so. Shit. Leatherbound Diary. I kind of zoned out thinking about the name of that boss and kind of forgot to keep looking. Beauty is ephemeral, but it needed me. My Lady Amandine knows this well. Oh shit! Lovely creature that she is. Would that I could have the genuine article in my keeping. But alas, I shall have to settle for a pale imitation. The vessel is not quite up to my usual standards, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. I washed and anointed it per the instructions, then secured it to the bed with chains. This is starting to sound a little, NSFW here. What are you driving at? Wouldn't want her to get ideas above her station, no. Oh god, he is... Yeah. God, just the thought of it is enough to get my blood pumping. I can hardly wait to welcome my beloved succubus into this world. Okay. So, I think that shed some light on the whole Lady Amandine thing from Hawk Manor, way back in Realm Reborn. So was that the real thing then, or was that some... Is this implying that... Because she was a succubus when we fought her. So... Does that mean it was never really her anymore? It was just... an imitation that somebody made? But why would a book about what happened in Hawk Manor be way the fuck over here, though? That's a little strange. Still, nice Easter egg, though. I like that. Referencing the events of Hawk Manor. Oh wait, my questions might be answered with that diary down there. I have to kill this fuck first. No, the boss is not Liquid Flame this time. Or whatever it was called. The tentacles. So many tentacles! And the sound of it writhing on the bed. God, just listening to it is agony. I've made a terrible mistake. Wait a minute. This is Ultros' origin story, isn't it? He was trying to make an imitation of Amandine as a succubus, but she ended up turning into that for real in Hawk Manor. But he was trying to make an imitation of her because he was obviously obsessed with her, whoever wrote this. And then they ended up making Ultros instead. Because you remember Ultros in Hildebrand's storyline, back in A Realm Reborn, said all that stuff about... What was it? He said that the thaumaturgs had created him, and then they were so disgusted by it that they were going to kill it, they were just going to like throw it away. But then he ended up talking, proving his sentience, and then begged for his life, so they let him go. Something like that, right? And then the guy from the Colosseum ended up, like, kind of adopting and hiring him. So I think if I'm thinking about it correctly, this might be Ultros' origin story. Wow. Well, if it is, that explains a lot. Because if somebody who, if some pervert who was obsessing over Lady Amandine ended up making him, it explains why Ultros is a pervert himself. He kind of took the personality of his creator. I think that might be what they're implying. Oh, that's a treasure coffer. Okay. Also, isn't this some intense reading music? The ever-living bibliothèque. There we go. So yeah, usually if I do this, when I did the sync last time, yeah, I went back and read all the files, the book, basically, after everybody left. And of course, I got tired of hearing the constant victory music, so I had to mute it. I had to do this, basically, to go back and read everything. Alright, we got the book we came for. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh shit! I think we restored another crystal. That's the 5th one. One more to go. Then we'll be back at full power after what Midgard Zormer did to us. Dun, 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 dun. There's the book. We got it! It called out to us somehow. It just shined and Leon knew it was the right one somehow. This place is a mess. How the fuck were we actually supposed to know which one was the right book? That was such a, like, Deus Ex Machina moment. Oh, your hero just happens to know which is the right book out of all those. It's like, what? How the hell did we know? Upon defeating the library's final guardian, the Crystal of Water regains the power of the light. Soon after, you find what you can only assume is Matoya's tome on the etheric converger. Bear the book back to Matoya, who'll wait for you within her cave. Okay. Do you guys like how some of those journal entries were written by your dark side during the Dark Knight job quest? The way they were written was like, wait a minute. This is... I'm telling you, the game was breaking the fourth wall. It's quite nice. Like that time when we talked to Gundabald, and it was just like, you're saddened by seeing Gundabald become such a, like, wimp, basically, or something like that. I just realized that was just a Dark Knight job quest storyline, but we never told him what happened to Wilrid. Like, they just kind of said, fuck it. The writers. We never actually went to go break the news that Wilrid got killed by a traitor in the Crystal Braves, you know? Oh, I went too far. Whatever, I got the book. The Great Google Library completion time, 20 minutes and 14 seconds. That took as long as if I had done it synced. But I got to take my time and read the books. That's the difference. And blabber my ass off commentating. At the studium, I had the good fortune to be tutored by some of the finest scholars in Charlian. I can safely say, however, that Master Matoya exceeds them all. How I should have liked to listen to her arguing with my grandfather. I know, right? I want to see that too. Louis Swan and Matoya going at it. With Louis Swan's ASMR voice. You have the tome, yes? Then hurry and show it to Matoya that I might be free of her stifling attention. I take it you found the tome. Well, let's see it then. On etheric convergence. Research compiled by Matoya on a device known as an etheric converger. If that's written on the cover as a title, then that explains how Leon knew. Otherwise, I'm dumbfounded at how he knew which book was the right one. Aye, this is it, alright. Stola! Boy! Put down whatever you're doing and come here. Leon has returned with the tome. Thank the gods. But another minute under Master Matoya's exacting supervision and I would certainly have lost my mind. Or mayhap merely my temper. Some things never change indeed. Well, I for one appreciate the exacting supervision. In the short, while we have been here, I feel I have gained a far better understanding of arcane entities than I did during my entire time at the studium. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Oh wow, really? Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louis Swaw's grandson or no, it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar. And a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth a damn. Damn, that's harsh. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. So, Leon has returned with the tome, has he not? Shall we examine it? Yeah, now he changes subjects. Oh. An eye for ether.
I had not thought to behold this tome again. There. It is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents. That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converter, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required?
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white auracite in the etheric siphon.
Alas, Minfilia is missing along with both artifacts, and Moonbreeder is gone.
Would that there were another ready wellspring of energy for us to draw upon.
Why did it not occur to us before? We already have what we need! The Eye! It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the Great Worms have lived. It is a veritable wellspring of energy.
Oh shit!
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
I believe so, with the aid of the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Stola, wait. When did the light fade from your eyes?
Oh, she noticed.
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
It was either that or die, so...
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Minfilia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
Oh god, that quest had a double meaning. An eye for ether wasn't just referring to using Nidhogg's eye as a power source, a wellspring of ether as they called it. It's also kind of referring to how Ishtola sees now. So apparently she is blind, and she can only see by sensing ether around her. Something you think they would have brought up earlier. Nobody else really said anything about her eyes being white now instead of teal colored like they used to be. It's like none of the other characters have noticed or something, but... yeah, it's kind of weird, I don't know. Either way, well, now we know. She's blind and can only see by sensing ether, so... I'm guessing her vision, if you can call it that, quote-unquote, is just seeing a bunch of, like, spirit energy glowing out of people. So, like, we all probably have, like, an aura of spirit energy around us, and that's how she can... and it probably has, like, a unique signature per person, and that's how she can sense who is who, basically. There's some shit going on right here, but... but see, what got me really scared there, and what made my eyes bulge, was that what Matoya said. That her seeing like that, by sensing ether, constantly having that vision so she can actually see where she's going and what she's doing, is draining her very life force. So she's a ticking time bomb. She's slowly dying just by seeing like that. And if, you know, she wants it to stop, she'd have to stop doing that and then just learn how to sense things with her ears, I suppose. But it doesn't sound like she's gonna stop anytime soon. She said I'll be careful, but... Sounds like, It sounds like you're still living on borrowed time now. As if you could conceal it. From her of all people. Hmm? Pay me no mind. I was but thinking aloud. Scolding herself for thinking she could hide it. She's just like, how could I be so stupid thinking she wasn't gonna notice? Damn. Thanks to your customarily heroic efforts, we now possess the knowledge to build an etheric ram. All that remains is to secure its energy source. Let us hasten back to Ishgard and consult Sir Emmerich regarding the eye. We're back! Ah, you are returned. What I just said, yep. Sir Emmerich, I am pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce Ishtola, a fellow scion of the 7th Dawn and Archon of Sharlayan. My lord, pray excuse me for foregoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric realm. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. Wait a minute. Aiden Lorcan, hey! I saw that you followed, on my last stream this morning. Hope your day's going well. Your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are. I hope it's going well. And thanks for the follow earlier. I saw that. Oh crap, I left half sentence, huh? Something solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please, tell me of this energy source that you believe we possess. Oh yeah, Nidhogg's eye. And you are certain that the eye can lend its power to Master Matoya's etheric converger? Well, and at Estinian's command, yes. Supposedly. Very well. I shall speak with him. My thanks, Sir Emmerich. Nay, my friend, 'tis I who should thank you. As should every Asgardian. You labor in our name with nary a care for your own safety. This is true. Let us next speak with Sid. He will doubtless be eager to begin work on the etheric realm. Sure enough. Until he's finished making the fortifications on the Enterprise. So I can actually handle it. I shall personally relay your proposal to Estinian. If that which you ask is possible, you may be assured of his cooperation. My thanks again, Leon. I am glad that you and yours are safe. He's too far. The heretics wreaked the greatest havoc in Foundation. In war, it is inevitably the weak and powerless who are made to suffer most of all. That's true. Which is why it's a horrible ordeal to begin with and shouldn't happen, but differences of opinion, as they say. It's a goddamn shame. The Enterprise looks different. Holy shit. Looks like it underwent a significant and extensive modification and upgrades. A bit of sleep deprivation won't kill me, I suppose. But if it does, well then I'll have all the sleep I want and the joke will be on Biggs. That's one way of looking at it. What do you think? Looks like a different ship, doesn't she? Very. Most folk know Master Garland as a genius inventor. It's only when you come to work for him that you realize he's a goddamn tyrant taskmaster. Just, don't tell him I said that, alright? He's right next to you, dude. This guy. Don't tell him I said that. Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It has been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as an etheric converger. Our ram should operate on the selfsame principle. Ah, where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand and I go off into my own world. Gods, it's good to see you. And bearing a gift besides. A very distracting one, if I might add. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was my name day. Birthday, essentially. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start on the tome right away. So long as I have a grasp on the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together. Which leaves a small matter of the energy source. Well, we believe we have found the solution to that problem as well. I was gonna say that too, but yeah. There he is. Pray forgive us our lateness. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12. It seethes. It's a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Well, it's not easy. Me and Estinian both can attest to that. Boys, our friends have kindly provided all the ingredients. Let's see if we can't make something out of them. You heard the chief. We're not resting till the etheric ram is operational. Not one wink of sleep. Oh, staring cart chocobo. There he goes again with the cart chocobo thing. Again, it's like, are they making a reference to like Mario Kart or something? Like they have their own version of that video game in Eorzea? Cart chocobo? It goes without saying that the Temple Knights will bear the costs for all work on the Enterprise. Would that we could contribute more to the cause. Well, thanks, Emmerich. That goes a long way. As your wings to bear us to the final battle. I must admit there is poetry to it. Yeah. For those who don't know, Azir is a shade of blue. So, he's referring to the color of the sails. I know not of the Archbishop and his knights save that which you have told me, but if they truly possess the power of primals and the secrets of Azisla, they are dangerous foes indeed. We must spare no preparation. The hour of departure. Finally back on course. Given the danger of the task that lies before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, Sid requires my assistance with Master Matoya's rather singular writings. Might I entrust the task of visiting those who will remain behind to you? Sure. I'll let him know. Oh shit. I guess we had to start with Emmerich. Just fucking ran off. So the hour is nigh. Would that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds I fear I would only be a burden to you. That's alright, dude. Excuse me. In consorting with the Asians, and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever you must to end his madness. May the Fury watch over you. That can't have been an easy order to give right there. Condemning your own father to death, potentially. Most assuredly, too. Hmm. Let's start... Yeah, let's start up and work our way down. Lucia, it's been real. This is it then? Go well, my friend. I shall pray to the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it strange that a daughter of Garlemald should pray? I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that all changed when I discovered something dearer to me than mine own life. Thereafter, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith. In manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of their very existence. It cannot be borne. I think that pretty much confirms it. The way she just said that she's in love with Emmerich. 100%. I mean, I think it was kind of obvious before the first time she told us why she defected. I don't think anything less except feelings that strong would have made her defect from Garlemald. Oh! I spared myself damage by landing on the table. Haha! Because usually you get hurt if you jump off that table onto the ground here. So that's the difference. This table's length makes all the difference between taking damage and not taking damage if you jump off that table. That actually makes perfect sense, because that explains... Because it's the exact same distance jumping from the floor, not the table, the floor from here to the floor here. No damage. It's the same exact height difference, because the tables of the exact same height, I think. That one looks taller because it has shit on top of it, but it might not be. I don't know. Either way, it looks more or less the same distance. That explains it. Anyway, enough nerding out. Sorry, I took physics, so... Sometimes I start looking at things like that and I start going back into that state of mind. So you're off to face the Archbishop then? Please be careful. And watch over the others, will you? Don't worry, Totoro, we'll be fine. We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. Wow, thanks, Totoro. So please, whatever else happens, keep everyone safe. I'll do my best. I think... Oh, down here. Okay, good. Hilda! And you two assholes. Well, they're not so bad now, but... We'll keep the city in one piece, don't you worry. Okay. We won't get up to no mischief while you're gone. Not too much, anyway. Well, if it ain't my old friend Leon. Off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? Mm-hmm. I'd love to go and give those bastards a good walloping myself, that Snake Cherubert especially, but I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get it in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them of that in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sir Emmerich to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh? Settling the score, that's one way of putting it. That sea pose. Not sure if it really fits her, considering her personality, but I guess whatever. Anything else? Okay, same thing as her last sentence. Hold on. Sneeze warning. Alright, I think I'm good. Phew. That was close. I don't know why it's happening right now. I usually don't get allergies at this hour, but whatever. Hey, Hilda. When I come back, though, mind if I get your number? Oh! Alright, anyway. Her number. As if we have cell phones. Oh shit, the Etherite's over here. Hey, I said it before, I do find her attractive. I had to make that joke. The last vigil. Master Starcrest, how good of you to pay me a visit. Just to say farewell, at least. I'm gonna go avenge your son, my dear friend. It feels as if it were only yesterday when first we met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. Yeah, it's a hell of a switch in the short time that I've been here, isn't it? I unintentionally made the same face as Leon almost at the same time. I did it ahead of him, but I choked up seeing the shield. Couldn't help it. He would not have told you, but when Harshfont begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed he was waxing lyrical, as his wont. But I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. Sorry, as was his wont, because, he's not around anymore. Oh, I can't, come on. You are hope. A shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. I don't take this lightly, man. It's the shield that saved my life. A memento. Were my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side in the battle to come. Take care, my friend, and return to us. Make you proud, dude. I'll make him proud. Same thing he already said in the cutscene. Same thing as before. And every time I remember Harshfont and then hear this music, it just makes it come back. Same thing. Do whatever you must to end my father's madness, and may the Fury watch over you. Count Edmond bequeathed to you Lord Harshfont's shield. A noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face our remaining trials. That's what I was taught, in a way. Not exactly, but in a way, when I became a Dark Knight. Our duty is to protect the downtrodden, but more so, you have to want to protect them for your own personal reasons. You have to have that passion. That's where the true power comes from. In this case, honoring Harshfont's memory and saving his people, his countrymen, and his country in general. The first flight of the Excelsior. Shit, did it get a new name? Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Ysilla know to make ready. Don't go too fast then. Okay. Let's do it.
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
all that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing.
Damn, Estinian. Just take the damn praise.
The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict. And by my hand, it shall be done. Then, you may speak of achievement.
Quite the overachiever. Estinian.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the Eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the Eye ere I let it consume me.
She had to chirp back somehow. He was being unnecessarily aggressive towards her. That dude is overflowing with testosterone.
12 be praised. Thou hast not yet set forth.
Why, what's up, Boryanja?
Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee.
White Oracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend e'er erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
You got it, man. For Harsh Fun and Moonbreeder. Same thing as before. Oh shit, now he's here though. That which man thinketh a trifle in the having, he mourneth as a treasure in the losing. Very true. You never know what you have till it's gone, is basically what he just said. A tired platitude, but one which shall haunt me unto my undying, or to my dying day. I might put this on favorites even though I don't. I know you miss her, man. We all do. So she had one more gift. Assuming he meant it was amongst her effects. Moonbreeder, anyway. I might have missed that first part when he mentioned where he found it. But hey, point is we have another R site. Let us go, Leon. Azisla waits. You have left the sanctuary and you have entered the sanctuary.
Ah, excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit. The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time.
Oh, shit!
Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle.
For the third fucking time in a row.
All aboard!
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
You got it, dude.
Return to us, all of you. Enterprise Excelsior. Engage.
That Archbishop better be watching his back, because we're coming after his ass now. Finally. We're gonna take a huge detour just to penetrate this fucking barrier.
This is it! Get ready!
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power! No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
Hey, Deathwing Duck. I see your email. Oh shit, I need his sunglasses for this shit. Damn! Full throttle, Sid, you got this.
We're through!
It's a cute Kirby. I like that. Oh shit, that's the Guardian ship from before. I was like, wait, what am I looking at right now? Should have been able to tell from the fucking music. I zoned out though, I was like, my mind was somewhere else.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them.
That's the second
I'm
time.
gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
That's the second time we get used by assholes to do their bidding. Unknowingly.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
This guy. He's still simping over her.
She won't take much more of this!
And she still hasn't noticed them. It's a shame.
The time is come to use Hydaelyn's gift.
Yeah, there you go, Tataru.
Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow. Racevelka.
Is that Azelle? What does she mean to do?
Oh, goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you.
Oh, the dragon's recovering her.
Fill this vessel with your light. Still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace!
Bullet hell. Got fucking huge. It's like half the size of the ship almost, or at least the front part of it.
Farewell, warrior of light, and thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether, it was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Someone else who just sacrificed themselves for us. Body count just keeps going up. Yeah. First harsh fun, now her. So I was gonna ask too. I was like, where did all the ether and come from for her to summon Shiva again? She didn't have a bunch of crystals with her. I guess it's just the crystals that Heidelin gave us, since she was also, you know, a warrior of light as I was. She had the same crystals. We saw it in her hand. I guess you can use those to do that, to do what she did. I wasn't afraid, not in the least. Pardon? What smell? Oh God! Someone spilled something down my trousers. Oh. Cue the comic relief with this guy. Taking on an Imperial battleship by herself. Primal or no, that took some courage. Yeah. And it was enough to cover our escape. Without her, we wouldn't have made it. Azael. Cannot believe she is gone. Yeah. The Echo is a gift and a burden both, as you know only too well. Yeah, I do. Though we walked opposing paths, Iceheart was a worthy woman. Her deeds will not soon be forgotten. Every line I read, I just choke up more. Oh, not this music, man. Come on. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished. And we would have been had your friend not arrived when she did. Well, granted mercy. Brief though our time together was, Azael was a true friend. A gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Hraesvelgr, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. I guess so. She gave her life because she believed in us. Sorry, it's hard to... We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let us make our way there. Remember what Urianger said before we even came over here, too. A lot of people have sacrificed themselves for us recently. I mean, Moonbrita, and then everybody at the Bloody Banquet in Ul'dah that helped get us out of there. Granted, their deaths weren't confirmed, and we've actually, you know, been reunited with a few of them, Ishtola being the first, but... I've said it before, this expansion has a lot of sadness in it. A lot of sadness and sacrifice. Well, where else does sadness tend to come from, right? Deactivated terminal? What is this? The terminal is unresponsive. Okay. Don't know why I was able to check it, but I sense an ominous presence. Well, the people we came after are here. Sid is right. We owe it to Azael to see the mission through. Heavy though our hearts may be, we must forge on, in the name of those we have lost. Feels like a dagger in my throat, actually. It's still active, all of it. Just like the Crystal Tower was. And the pieces of Dalamud in the calls of Bahamut. Crikey. This place is like something out of my dreams. Quite. The Isle's sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Go ahead. Systematic exploration. First of all, in the interests of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Aziz's law, I am struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Elagan design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. Thanks for the little heart emote. I appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a wonderful... well, a wonderful night for me, but... day, afternoon, evening. You know how it goes. Time zones and all that. This place is an engineer's playground. If I had the time, I'd be going over it with a bleeding magnifying glass. Oh, good. Whew, excuse me. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Elagan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. Right? That's what we're looking for. To think that such a massive structure has been floating above our heads for all these millennia. It beggars belief. I dare say this landing could accommodate even a Ragnarok-class vessel. Remarkable. Something else we learned from the Quarrels of Bahamut. Alpha Quadrant. This ominous presence. To whom does it belong? What do you sense, buddy? Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Oh, I see. You tell me it's the one I checked. Already. Nothing? Damn it. There's just this terminal then, but it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Leon, but could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry that he's strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. That's not a very good sign. Also, I wonder, can I do this here? Oh. Okay, yeah. Ow! Did you trip on this thing? Wedge! Are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell. What were you thinking coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity quite another. I'm sorry, Chief. But I think I found something. What is this? The wreck of a sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. Dude. See? Flip. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Flip. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. Really? I suppose? Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Leon. Yep. User registration complete. Welcome to Ozzy's Law. Master Wedge and Master Leon. I am Guidance Node Jalee. G. Lee. In shorthand, that could be Glee. Like it's happy. Well, either way, we have a Guidance node now, apparently. I like it. Science, yeah. Science. I'm sorry. I promise to be more careful from now on. Ah, you're fine. That fool of a Lalafell always making us worry. And he's already gone and named the node. Can you believe it? What did he name it? Oh. Greetings, Master Leon. Is there something you wish to know? Well, I think I will in a minute. How do you turn on this fucking terminal? This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Node? I need a status report on the facility. Gilly! You have to do what the chief says. Oh, he decided to name it Gilly. G, Lee, Gilly? Alright. Yes, that's it. Good girl. Ah, here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is this area. Reactivated, you say? That's what he said. By the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanu's key. Are there any other people in the facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central aisle, I'm seeing positive readings within the Etherochemical Research Facility and the Fractal Continuum. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant, defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system. But what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? Ah, how about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? That's a good place to start, yeah. Somewhere called Triad Control, inside the research facility. And what manner of place is that? It is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the Warring Triad test subjects. And that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. The Warring Triad? FF6 reference. Damn. They're dropping a lot of references to older games here at the end of Heavensward. FF1 with Matoya, FF5 with the Great Google Library, FF6 with the Warring Triad and the floating continent that we're standing on. I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. I am inclined to agree with Ishtola. Whatever it is that the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. Is he gonna pull a Kefka on us? Shit. That settles it then. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. don't know what Kefka did when he messed around with the Warring Triad. Destroyed the entire world. A few years back, Wedge decided he wanted a dog. When we said no, he sulked for a bleeding month. Jesus. Well, this note turned out to be rather more useful than I expected. The targeting struggle. Gilly's a good girl. Isn't she a good girl? Excuse me. The Warring Triad. I somehow doubt they are amenable to negotiation. Not with a name like that. The Warring Triad puts me in mind of a tale from my childhood. It told of 3 gods locked in perpetual conflict. Oh, shit! Again, the nerdgasms. A tale from my childhood. She played FF6. Istola knows. What in the Fury's name is that thing? In Node we trust. See, I like when they do that. When they go further with their references, and they kind of make it like a light crossover, like they did with Mog. There we go. That was the first Final Fantasy VI crossover or reference that we heard when the Mughals at the Churning Mists referenced an ancestor of theirs called the legendary Mog, who wielded a lance and was able to jump very high, just like Mog from Final Fantasy VI. He could jump, and he was a dancer too, and they reference that too. So they tie it in almost as if it was like the same universe by saying he was an ancestor of theirs. And Istola talks about the Warring Triad from FF6 as if it was a story from her childhood, like a fictional story, which is what a video game is. Flip. Greetings, Master Leon. Is there something you wish to know? Tell me how to reach the flagship, I guess. Flip. Requesting access to the Etherochemical Research Facility. Access granted. Generating route. Flip. Route generated. Commencing guidance to chosen destination. Please be aware that the designated routes may take you through restricted sectors and that the Isle's defense systems may attempt to terminate you. Okay. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. Wait, I didn't get to ask my other questions. Fuck. Do you hate it when that happens? Should you need to return to Ishgard for supplies, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship, just as before. When your business below is done, let our man at the airship landing know, and he'll ferry you back here to resume the mission. I hate it when that happens. You get multiple answer choices, but if you pick the right one first, you don't get to see what the other ones might have said, because the game just moves on. Some cute emotes. I like the bongos there. First Maggie and now Gilly. Maybe we should have let him have that dog. Promise me you'll take good care of Gilly. Don't let any harm come to her. Don't worry, we won't. Got attached quick. Though we know little of the node, we know still less of the facility at large. Now to see where it leads. Or where it leads us. So we are to follow that thing? I shall leave it to you to deal with it. Gee, thanks. Can the guidance node be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let us see where it leads us. Leon, Istola, Estinian, we four shall proceed to the research facility. Cid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Understood. We'll see that she's repaired and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via link probe. Be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. Should you need to return to Ishgard for supplies, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship just as before. Okay. When your business below is done, let our man at the airship landing know and he'll ferry you back here to resume the mission. Good to know. Reconditioning node. I don't mind if I do. Repair my shit. Cool. Sterilization note? Cleaning in progress. Beep. Warning. Floor may be slippery when wet. Cute little things. Repository. Oh, okay. It has supplies. What the fuck are these for? For fishing. Okay. Bait. Tools. Actual tools. Weapons. Oh. Oh, wait, I saw that. Battle gear. Nice. So if you need gear, here you go, as long as you have the guild for it. Not the best, but it'll carry you through what's to come, so it works. Alrighty. Anything else from this terminal? You do not know how to operate the terminal. Great. Oh, whatever. Alright. It seems to me like, you know, starting to feel very final battle-ish. It should be, of course. I think it's only appropriate that, I put on the proper gear for this. Oh, shit! There we go. Hold on, it's this button. It's too bad you don't get to see the animation like in the trailer, right? It's just like... and putting on the gloves. God, that shit looks so fucking cool in the trailer. What I have for... That's fine. That's fine for Dark Knight. I honestly prefer that better. Roleplay as Cloud, basically, a little bit. Yeah, I figured why not put on the trailer armor, the level 60 gear for Dragoon, because that's what I did when I reached Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium in the Realm Reborn. I put on the job quest gear you get for the job class of choice for me, which was Dragoon, before I charged in there, so I'll do the same for this one. Fuck it. There we go. Ready for action now. Alright, let's do this. Okay, this place without flight sucks ass. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. There's no ether currents, so you don't have to hunt them down. But yes, when you first get here, oh my god. The map hardly helps because there's multiple layers. There's a top and bottom layer for everything. So it's really hard to find your way around without flight, making it convenient. See, like that was just a dead end right there. The map is hardly that helpful. So yeah, you still don't have flight, but there's no ether currents. You just have to get far enough in the main scenario quest and they give you flight. Why it's set up that way? Well, you just have to find out. Hey, we're here. Where's the damn node? Mayhap the node has further instructions for us. If I'm not mistaken, this is some manner of teleportation device. Hey, Stinian, we kind of match again a little bit. I have different armor now, but... I mean, his is different too. It's got a broken horn and it's covered in Nidhal's blood. All red. We have scarce begun and already it leads us to a dead end. Easy. Patience. Just ask me what's going on. Yep. You are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. First, you must use the nearby matter conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please wait a moment while I activate it. Okay. Oh shit, it's past the 2 hour... Oh fuck, that would have been a great place to just take a break. I usually take a break every 2 hours, so... I've been streaming for 2 hours now. I suppose now's as good a time as any before anything starts to pop off. I wouldn't want to have to take a break in the middle of like an action sequence or something suspenseful, so. Conduit activated. You may travel to the Beta Quadrant at your leisure. Nothing new? No, okay. They all say the same thing then. So this will teleport us. Alright. Well, like I said, I'll take about 5-10 minutes and then come back. So, I will BRB. I hope y'all are having a good one. Aiden Lorcan and Deathwing Duck, I appreciate you keeping me company. I will be right back though. 5-10 minutes as usual. So, BRB.